Next tonight, it is the first day of the first week of the new government, with the new Chancellor setting out what Labour want to spend the country's finances on. But what's top of the pile of priorities on the desks of the region's new MPs?
With the North East suffering some of the highest rates of deprivation and poor health in the country, both issues became central to Labour's pre-election pledges.
Our correspondent Rachel Bullock has been to Hartlepool, where head teachers are having to find beds for pupils' homes, a sign of the scale of the battle faced by the town's new Labour MP.
It's not unusual to hear of schools providing food and clothing for struggling families. Now, though, for the first time, some schools in Hartlepool are working with a charity to provide beds for pupils' homes. They're also turning reading corners into so-called cosy corners for youngsters who arrive too tired to learn. David Taylor's school isn't the only one.
Over half of the schools have signed up immediately to this. I know that already we've referred some families, and as I said, it can be a wide range of circumstances. But I think regardless of whatever the situation is, we've got to be able to make sure our children have a good night's rest.
Every part of this school offers creative learning.
We're big on taking the children so that they can access learning beyond the school gates.
But Mr Turner says the demand on schools like his is at a new, worrying level.
What's happening now is that schools of all contexts are starting to see this more and more now. You know, our vision in school is regardless of circumstance, every child will fulfil their potential. But it's the capacity and the pressure on that.
More than a quarter of children in Hartlepool live in poverty. 21.7% meanwhile are classed as living in absolute poverty, when their family's income is less than 60% of the median income. And it's easy to find the reality behind those figures. This is Hartlepool's baby bank. It supplies items for pregnant women across the town who are in desperate need. Everything is donated, and it did just supply for children up to the age of 3, but that age limit has now been extended up to 12 years old because demand has never been higher.
We're finding mums just can't stretch the pound as far as they used to be able to, so they're needing more and more support, and we are barely coping. It's not flashy things, we're talking bare basic essentials that people are coming for.
How hopeful are you that a Labour government will help to turn things around?
I feel like if they don't, then what's next? Because it's just been getting harder and harder.
Jonathan Brash is Hartlepool's new Labour MP.
We've got to get a handle on child poverty. It's gone up year on year under the Conservative government. We've got to get money into the pockets of those families. We've got to get them into good, well-paid employment in the long term, because that ultimately is what's going to solve poverty. There's a housing crisis in our town as well. We've got to fix that. There's a lot to do, but fundamentally I want to support every single person have the best opportunities they can in life.
An ambition shared by many here. Rachel Bullock, ITV News, Hartlepool.